and welcome to another episode of the Verde Valley Experience. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it's not yet summer, but it feels like summer and it looks like summer. The tans are coming out. There's wonderful things to do all over the Verde Valley. Great things are happening. Lots of free things, which are amazing if you've got family, if you've got kids, or heck, you're just on a budget and you want to still have a good time. Lots of things you can do around the areas. So we're going to talk about things today. Erin Day, the Administrative and Recreation Assistant from Sedona Parks and Rec, is here to talk about the Movies in the Park, which happen in Sedona every June. They're amazing. Every Wednesday night, they show another free film, and we're talking really good, top-notch, headlining multi-million dollar grossing films. Very cool for free. So if you're like me, you bring a mattress, bunch of pillows, there's food there. It's really amazing. It's so much fun to sit outside in the park. It's just great. So you're going to want to hear all about that from Erin. Then we're going to talk with Courtney Nelson. She's from Goodwill. Now, if the summertime gets you thinking, gee, I could use a new career, Goodwill has career services, which are wonderful, amazing, and free as well. So if you want to start your new career, Goodwill is a great place to start. And then we'll talk with Kendall Jaspers. He's the Executive Director of Prescott Downtown Partnership. Now, they have concerts in the park all summer long, and they're also doing something, I know you know this, Prescott Sings, the most amazing thing. It's think of like American Idol, with singing, or, all those great shows. Well, Prescott has their own amazing talent coming through there. Some of those guys have gone on, they have actual recording deals, so we're talking good stuff. And again, it's, more free stuff to do all summer long. It's really awesome. Then we're going to go on location to the home of Pets Return Home, and we're going to talk to Executive Director and Chief Behavioralist Mark Happy. And he's going to tell us all about the hundreds of lives that they've saved in the years that they've been working so hard to rehome dogs that would otherwise be put down due to behavioral problems. So they have a lot of patience and a lot of love, and they let us into their facility, which was top-notch and super security, so it was really cool to be there. So you get to see that on our on location. Then we will have music from Marie Jarreau. She is a gem of the Verde Valley. I'm so pleased to have her come into the studio. I have been trying for years, and you'll see why I wanted to have her in here when she performs. So thank you. We're going to get started. We have Erin Day with us. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Sedona Parks and Rec.
Thank you.
You've got a great job.
I think so. I mean, I work inside Posse Grounds Park in Sedona. It's not a better place to work.
Yeah, you have probably the best view.
The view is incredible.
I know, that whole area right there. I always joke the kids play soccer and they have this view that's to die for. Or at the swimming pool, the view. Or at the pavilion, the view.
Yeah, anywhere you're at in the park, there is a view, pretty much. Yeah.
It is. It's striking. There's so much going on there between the skate park and the bike skills park. And now we're going to talk about movies in the park.
That's right.
That's awesome.
So we have them this year at our pavilion. Last year they were on our softball fields, which we moved them to a different location. It gives a bit of an amphitheater feel, and so you can be a little bit more inclined when you watch the movies on this big screen.
That's true. Having that raked floor really does help. The angle, if you've got a neck like mine, it really helps to sit up. Now, how long have you been doing movies in the park?
We started them first last year in September, or I'm sorry, in June, and then we tried a fall series, but we find we didn't get as much traction with the fall, so we're only doing the summers in the June now.
That makes sense, and it's every Wednesday night.
That's right.
Starts just after sundown, you got to figure.
Yeah, we're looking at approximately 7:45. We're trying to end the movies by 9:30, so that puts us just before sundown sometimes.
Okay, but that's good. You can find a spot, and they're free.
That's right.
How are they free? This has got to be an expensive thing to put on. We're not talking cheap movies. We're not talking, a cheap thing to do for people. Yet it's free every year.
Well, one of our directives with Sedona Parks and Rec is that we are not supposed to create revenue with the things that we do. We are given money to give back to the community, and that's how we put these together. So we have the money, and we put it together, and we don't ask for anything in return other than that you come and enjoy the experience.
Wow. That's amazing.
So it's an incredible position to be able to give it versus looking for people to pay to be part of this experience.
Right, that's true. So it's free to watch the movie, and there's themes, which I love.
That's
right.
right.
The first, let's see, how many people in the door? The first so many people in the door will get a treat if you're dressed in the theme for the movie.
150. So
150. That's a lot of people.
Yes. So if we get 150 who participate, they'll all get a treat. I don't anticipate that we'll be running out. Last night, everybody got a treat, even if they didn't participate. We're a little leniency there. So we want everyone to be happy when they come, and we want to say thank you when you come.
That's true. Can I mention the names of the movies?
Sure.
Okay. Weren't sure about licensing there. So you just played City Slickers.
That's right.
Which was a great movie, and you had cowboy hats and boots was the theme.
Yes.
So they showed up like that. And then coming up on June 12th is, the fabulous Pink Ladies and T-Birds.
That's right.
Grease.
That's
You got to
right.
have that. So what are you looking for people to dress up
Well,
as?
the easy way is just in black or just in pink, represent whatever team you
very
want to.
good.
Or if you want to get more creative, come in the 50s. Look 50s, rolled up sleeves,
fun.
jeans, something of that nature. If you want to go that far, we'd love to have it.
Right, but you don't have to.
No.
This is all just extra stuff. Of course, there's incentive because there's treats and there's goodies and
That's
of course
right.
singing and
the
dancing.
goodies, yeah, you'll get a free treat, but the goodies are still a surprise when you show up. We don't tell those in advance.
Ah, nice. Well, that's really fun. That's June 12th, so that's Grease. On June 19th, Ralph Breaks the Internet.
That's right. So we're asking you to come in your video game paraphernalia. Whatever you like, a hat, t-shirt, a bracelet, socks, just something that represents that you're here for the video games.
Oh, how fun. This is very clever. And June 25th, you're going to wear pajamas.
Right, it's your day off, Ferris Bueller's day off. So he
Oh
got to
my
skip
gosh.
school, stay home, even though he runs about the town. We're going to represent that with pajamas.
That's fantastic. I love how you did more current movies, more bigger, and then you throw in, Ferris Bueller's
Right.
from the 80s.
We try to get
and,
some diversity going.
You did a great
And we try
job.
to do something that's for a little bit older crowd, more mature, down to the kids for Wreck-It Ralph, things like that nature, things of that effect.
true.
Yeah. So
And
we
then-
hope the parents kind of pay attention to the title of the movie. So before they bring their kids, just make sure they're sensitive that some of it might have some language.
Sure.
But,
That's true. That's true. Last year you did E.T., the classic E.T. That was amazing, and you did one of the Jurassic Parks. There's so many
right.
of them. I keep track, but it was awesome. And like the Avengers, and one other really great one that's going to come to mind in a moment. I went to all of them. They're way too much fun. And we mention they're free. So if you can pack up all your kids and your neighbors or your friends, no dogs though, right? Don't bring the
dogs on leash are
You can
okay
bring
at
the
the
dog.
pavilion.
The dog
Yeah.
can watch the movie.
He can.
Wow.
Hopefully the dog's quiet during the movie.
Yeah, that
but
starts barking
they're-
at Ralph.
Yeah, but they're welcome to come.
Well, that's handy to know. Well, very cool. And then you've added food trucks now.
We do. We have a pizza truck. Copper State Pizza's coming, and they're going to be selling some popcorn and pretzels as well.
Wow. So that's fantastic. But you're welcome to bring your own food.
Yes, there's no alcohol permitted, and we ask that you don't bring any glass.
Okay. No, so you know how it is. Pack it in, you pack it out, and there's plenty of space there on the lawn.
Oh, absolutely. Bring your blanket, spread out, get comfortable. We're suggesting you can arrive as early as 6:30 so that you can find your space and make sure you have it all set up with plenty of time to eat before the movie.
Nice.
But just get there before as well. We had people showing up as late as 7:30 and still finding plenty of room.
Oh, certainly. Yep. I managed to show up at all different times last
Yeah.
year, either early or, oh, hurry, the movie is starting, Mom, that kind of thing.
Right.
And it didn't matter. There was always plenty of space, and everybody was so pleasant. And it was fun because it was a whole bunch of people that you don't know, and yet y'all became, somewhat friends by the end. You didn't know anybody's name, but you're like, oh, that's a good one. Oh, look at this little kid's laughing. So
Brings
it's
everybody together
entertaining.
a bit.
Yeah, it brings the whole town together. And I know people coming from all over the place. It's not just people from Sedona. I know people who drove from Cottonwood, from Clarkdale, from Flagstaff, down to see this because it's a wonderful event to see a movie outside, and it's free. And if you've got a bunch of kids, it's a lot to go see a movie. And in the summer, the kids are bored.
Right. And if you do get there at 6:30 before the sun goes down, you can enjoy the amazing view that the pavilion has to offer.
That is true.
And watch the sunset well behind you, but you can still
Yeah.
get that experience.
That's nice that you were able to move it from the softball field, the soccer field, over to the pavilion now. What changed for you that you were able to do that?
Well, nothing particularly changed other than that we made sure that we were okay to have sound going past 9 o'clock. This area before was a day use only, so we just made sure that we could go into that. We set up some lights in the evening space so that people can enter and exit
Very
during
nice.
the darker hours.
Very nice. And you have wonderful restrooms too. That's always a bonus.
Yeah, right there.
So fun. So go ahead and get yourself some takeout, or don't bother and join one of the food trucks there. Have some pizza and play with the friends. I know you sold popcorn last year, I think, too. And the wonderful volunteers that staff the door and that hang out there and hand out things.
Yep, we have the help from the
volunteers.
Rangers again this year, so they are very helpful. They'll answer questions and help show people where to sit and get them to and from the restrooms when it's a little bit darker.
Yep, that's very helpful. Now, if you want to check it out, you can go to sedonaaz.gov/movies. There you're going to see the information about the movies, what's playing. And of course, on the 12th, it's Grease. On the 19th, it's Ralph Wrecks the Internet. And on the 25th, one of my favorite movies, Ferris Bueller's Days Off. Would that make me old if I say that?
I don't think so.
It's a great movie, and I know a lot of my daughter hasn't seen it, so that'll be fun. Thank you, Aaron, for the work that you're doing, for the joy that you're bringing to Sedona. It's really awesome.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, sweet. Go to sedonaaz.gov/movies, or you can give them a call, 928-282-7098. You say, hey, what's playing? And they'll tell you what. We'll be right back with more of The Experience, so don't go away.
Regrow, repair, replace. Regenerative medicine is the process of creating living, functional tissues to repair or replace tissue or organ function lost due to age, disease, damage, or congenital defects. Dr. Forrest Lanchbury and the team at Sedona Regenerative Medicine specialize in finding relief for patients suffering from chronic pain. Contact Sedona Regenerative Medicine to learn about anti-aging medicines that will help your body heal itself. 928-282-2520 or SedonaRegen.com.
Solid Rock Fitness is a one-on-one fitness studio specializing in fitness over 50. I train older adults of all fitness levels, from athletes and avid sports participants to folks with chronic pain to those recovering from surgeries. You and I will focus on strength training to improve overall muscle tone, core conditioning, balance, agility, flexibility, and nutrition. Mastery of these components of fitness will help you live your life to the fullest with confidence and competence.
Start your journey toward better health with Ageless Touches Massage Therapy. Licensed massage therapist Richard Stevens uses the latest and best equipment to relieve scar tissue, electronic smog, and tinnitus. Ageless Touches does everything they can to work your issues down to the bone. Improve your path to better health with Ageless Touches Massage.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We're now here with Courtney Nelson. She is the VP of Marketing and Communications over at Goodwill. It's the most amazing organization. I know you've heard of it, but have you heard about their career services? There is so much going on there specifically about the career. If you're a thrifter like me, you know Goodwill and you think thrifting when you think Goodwill. But let's think careers today.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what most people do realize. They know about our retail stores or they know about donating to us. But what they don't know is that we offer no-cost career services to anyone who is looking for employment if they're unemployed, or better employment if they need more to make ends meet. And we offer services either out of career centers or even online to help them navigate that career journey and finding that best employment opportunity.
That's true. Yeah, there's plenty of people who may be looking for it, but someone that maybe goes, you know, this job doesn't quite do it for me. Maybe there's something better for me. You can help them there too.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of people, we know a large percentage of Arizonans who are living at or below the poverty level. And so they may be working 40 hours a week, but they still can't make ends meet. They can't put food on the table, or they're barely able to do that and provide for their family. So our vision is to end poverty through the power of work. And the way that we do that is we're connecting with individuals, and that's either in our career centers or online, and helping them with resume and interviewing assistance, career coaching, as well as providing digital skill training to these individuals to help them to find that next opportunity and find family sustaining wages.
Family sustaining wages. Well, I like that phrase.
Yeah,
That's
we want to
nice.
be able to help them to, again, put the food on the table and create a better future for their children and their families.
That's wonderful. Through all those different trainings, that's great. Now, you recently added a no-cost computer class to the community, and that's a big thing. You know, being up on the technology is huge. So tell us about that.
Absolutely. So we've been watching the workforce and the industries that are moving into our market, and what we're seeing is they're requiring more mid to advanced level digital skills, and really that's any career, whether you want to be a hairdresser, if you want to be a driver, think about Uber or even taxi drivers, even up to information technology positions, you need to have some technical skills. So looking at that workforce, we knew that we needed to evolve the services that we were providing, and we've started providing those no-cost basic computer, so entry-level computer, how to even work in Microsoft, how to navigate the internet, up to providing certifications and partnering to provide those certifications for more of those information technology jobs.
Wow. See, I was expecting, the basic entry-level stuff, but you all the way up to certifications.
Sure, we work with partner organizations who are able to help fund those opportunities, and we can provide those trainings. So a lot of people come in at that basic, but they don't understand the opportunities that would be provided to them. And again, that family-sustaining wage, if they work their way up and have those technical skills, even at an advanced level, getting them a job now that they can be successful in and provide opportunities for their families.
Right. Wow. How satisfying that must be to help all these people work through. And what happens when they've gotten this certification? Do you help them in the hiring process at all?
Absolutely. So we also partner with local employers who have hiring needs today. And that looks very different in this market. We know that Denny's and Walmart, Quality Inn, Spring Hill Suite, so those are all examples of partner organizations that we know are hiring. So if we help you to get those skills that are needed, then we're able to help even connect you with those employers who are hiring. And that may be through coming into our Career Center and just searching on your own through our My Career Advisor site, or we have hiring events that we partner with those employers that have positions available. So you can come, bring your resume. If you've just gone through our interview skills training, bring those new skills that you have and connect immediately with the employer, where on the spot we've even had some of those offers made that they've landed a job right then.
Wow. That is amazing.
Yeah, so come in not knowing what that future may be, get the training that you need, and leave with a job that you're able to provide now for your family. It's really wonderful to be able to see those success stories.
Certainly, at no cost.
At no cost to the community.
Wow. That is amazing, because that's a lot for someone to handle. Someone who comes in and says, oh gosh, I really need a job, and it's been a while. Perhaps it's a retired person coming back out of retirement for certain needs, or again, that's someone entering a different type of workforce or wanting something. Needing all that has got to be so daunting and overwhelming.
Sure, and a lot of people just don't know where to start. They don't know the simple step, whether they haven't had to do a career search in a long time, they haven't built a resume in 20 to 30 years. The industry has changed so much that they don't even know where to begin, or maybe they just don't even know what they're looking for. And we have a lot of times moms who have stayed home and done a wonderful job working hard as a mother, and now they're ready to re-enter the workforce, and they don't know where to start or how those skills that they've learned as being a mother, being a wife, how do those transfer into the workforce? And so we have career navigators that walk alongside the job seekers that come into our centers, or even that go online. We are able to connect with them through chat, one-on-one, to help them to look at what skills do they have and how do they transfer to, whether it's an exact employer that they know of, or just in general, how do those skills translate and transfer to the existing employers that are hiring.
That's amazing. And the types of people that you're seeing are all walks of life. We're not talking just underserved populations. We're talking about everyone.
Yeah, everybody needs to have those digital skills. So we have a lot of even internal individuals that are working with Goodwill who've been working with us for years and are looking for that next opportunity, but they don't have those computer skills necessarily. They haven't had to do more than check an email here or there, or maybe internet, and they're looking to get into the IT field or to help to build websites and do coding, and we're able to help connect with those trainings. But we do have those individuals that really need foundational services. They need shelter, they need food, they need daycare opportunities, and we're able to connect with partner organizations so that they don't have to do that on their own. They don't have to walk that path alone. We're able to help connect them with those partner organizations that provide those services.
Nice. That's great. And I love how you said that you've got people that walk in the door needing something and they leave with a job. That's incredible. What types of things are available now in this area, like Prescott and the Verde Valley?
We have a lot of customer service positions that are available, entry level, some retail positions. So Denny's is hiring. We know that Walmart's hiring at multiple level positions, so entry level up to management positions, Quality Inn and Spring Hill Suite. So a lot of positions. If you are new to employment, if this is your first job, there's a lot of great opportunity. It really is a job seeker market right now. So there are more jobs than job seekers that are available. So it really is. So really it's up to you. If you're looking for a job or a better job, make sure you're prepared. So brush up on your skills, either come into a career center, go to mycareeradvisor.com, connect with a career navigator, and we can help you to prepare for whatever that employment opportunity may be. And really it's up to you then to be able to land that position. And that's right here in this market. There's some really great positions that are available.
How many people do you think you helped last year with Goodwill and the career services?
Yeah, in the Prescott area, we helped about 1,200 individuals so far this year, actually.
Wow.
So a lot
So far
more
this year.
opportunities. So far this year, and that's
Wow.
through our career center as well as mycareeradvisor.com. And last year, we know that we helped over 63,000 individuals along their employment journey here in central and northern Arizona. So a lot of opportunity, and that's really providing those services for them either to get that first job or to advance in their career.
That's fantastic, Courtney. 63,000 people.
Right.
That is amazing. If you go to Goodwill, let's see, where did it go? I lost it. GoodwillAZ.org. You go to GoodwillAZ.org. Lots of information there. You said My Career Advisor?
mycareeradvisor.com. So if you're ready to start that career navigation right now, go to mycareeradvisor.com and you're able to build a profile and start looking at jobs and building those resumes.
Well, there you go. And the Career Center number, if you're like me and you want to talk to an actual person, that's okay. You can do that here. 602-535-4444. 602-535-4444. Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you very much.
I
for
love how
having us.
passionate you are about your job, too.
Yeah, well, love Goodwill and love the work that we're doing in the community.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank
We'll
you.
be right back with more of the experience, so don't go away. Breakthrough Medicine's Dr. Shada Sina offers comprehensive hormone testing and customized hormone therapy with a focus on lifestyle medicine, weight loss, allergy drops, brain and digestive health, seasonal detox, and nutrition. Dr. Sina is a referral physician for Suzanne Summers, specializing in bioidentical hormones for men and women. Breakthrough Medicine is located in Cottonwood's Hot Yoga Plaza. Call for a 15-minute complimentary new patient consultation, 928-649-0269, or visit online at breakthrough-medicine.com.
Been hearing about the crazy benefits of CBD? Find out how CBD can help you at Sedona's #1 resource, CBD Sedona. Come in for a free consultation and let our trained medical staff help you find the perfect product for you. Pain relieving salves, full spectrum oils, honeys, teas, cookies, and even CBD for pets. Ready to feel fantastic? Come on by CBD Sedona today.
Northern Arizona Thermal Imaging uses a state-of-the-art medical digital camera to take a picture and create a map of the body's infrared patterns, later interpreted by an MD specially trained in reading thermography. Northern Arizona Thermal Imaging is the leading medical imaging and proactive healthcare, detecting early danger signs years before other tools, finding early breast disease up to 8 years before mammography may detect it. Schedule a scan with Carol today. Northern Arizona Thermal Imaging. Say yes to thermography.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We're now here with Kendall Jaspers. He's the Executive Director of the Prescott Downtown Partnership. If you go to prescottdowntown.com, you're going to find out all kinds of information about really cool things. They do concerts during the summer that's really incredible. And also, I know the whole buzz about Prescott Sings. We're going to get into that. Just hold your horses. Kendall, thanks for coming into the studio.
Well, thank you for having me. It was this will be fun.
Now tell us about the organization. Tell us about Prescott Downtown Partnership.
Basically, we're a merchants association, and we're what we are is kind of a miniature chamber of commerce for downtown, more restrictive boundaries.
Oh,
so we promote business activity, and part of the mission there is to get people to come downtown. And we do we're basically event driven. So we get a lot of folks we try to encourage people to come shop downtown, and we also do a lot of things that are just free for people to do. We're also a big part of the big courthouse lighting and Christmas.
Oh, yes.
Setup. In fact, I had a meeting this morning on maintenance on Christmas decorations and like that. It's time to get ready.
Wow.
That just takes my breath away.
Right, here it is June and you're thinking about Christmas.
I just finished, It feels.
I love downtown Prescott. I absolutely love it. The field, the shops, the atmosphere there with the park, and there's always a festival. There's always merchants on the street. There's always something going on, and it's always historical, which is really fun. I love learning more about the history, and then of course when you see people dressed up in historical garb, it's just so fun.
It is. I got a real education here the last few years. We have a museum in town called Charlotte Hall Museum, and I missed a meeting, and I got put on the board of directors.
Yeah.
So I've been on the board for a few years, but I really learned a lot about Prescott history, and also what it takes to run a museum. It's been fascinating, but it got me much more interested in the local history.
Oh, yeah.
We've been very fortunate in Prescott. Some of the things that have really make a difference in a town as far as placemaking, some of those things we managed to hold on to when other towns weren't able to do that.
Sure.
We have a great downtown square that it's attractive. It's in a courthouse that's still used. The city hall is still downtown. So we have the things that it takes to keep the downtown healthy. And then we also have a great bunch of people who volunteer and work and do a lot of things. So
nice.
We feel like we have a great mix of things going on.
Oh, you do. Then the summer concert's always a huge hit. So tell us about the summer concerts.
Well, I brought you I saw you had some of the rack
amazing
cards
brochure. That is incredible. That rack card is you got the printing is small because there's so much going on, and it's double-sided, and there's stuff right in the corners because you have so much happening.
Yeah, we have that series has between June. We had the first one on Tuesday, and we'll have the last one the end of August, and we will do 28 free live events. Wow. Music-driven events over that course of time.
Wow,
and we have different genres and different things going on different days. And then I just got really lucky just today, and on July the 5th, we're going to have the 108th Army Band come play on the square, which is the day after the 4th of July. And they're going to come and do a concert that evening and again, a free concert, and they've been very generous to. So that's a big deal. I mean, that'll draw great. There'll be a ton of people downtown.
Oh my gosh, I bet.
Yeah.
And so it's free for people to attend.
Yes, actually, everything, all the things in the summer concert series are free. We have great partners. The city of Prescott is a partner of ours. The Prescott Downtown Partnership, of course, and. This radio, what was that radio station? What were they? Oh yeah. Yavapai Broadcasting.
Yeah, they do a few things around here.
Yeah, they've been great. This is the first year we've worked with them. It's a new partnership to us. We've worked with radio before, or radio stations before, but this has turned into really gotten to be quite a driving force for us. It's been very helpful because
that's wonderful.
Like most things, everything costs more. Believe it or
not,
it does take quite a bit of money to put those on.
Absolutely. I don't know very many bands that are willing to play for free these days.
Well, you know what? We have, again, this is our great little small town. We pay our acts $200, and they can put out a tip jar or busk a little if they want or whatever, but that's what we've got. I mean, but it costs about $40,000 to put that on a year.
Wow.
So we have to do some money hustling.
Yeah, where does all $40,000? Where does that come from?
Well, the city, ourselves are our large contributors. This year, we have Yavapai Broadcasting, a number of merchants who advertise on Yavapai Broadcasting stations, kind of indirectly support it financially.
Nice.
We have some local places that do. We have Greater Prescott Outdoors people help, and we've got a guy named Barry Barb in town. He's got a restaurateur, and he will support anything musical.
Very good.
And he's a supporter. So we've had good luck attracting people.
Okay. So you've got 20 some odd events happening, 20 some odd groups coming and playing. And when do they play and when do they start and how long does it go?
The hours are, mostly they start at 6:30 and they run till 8:30. And it happens right on the square. We do have 3 times a month, we have what's known as the Central Arizona Concert Band, which is it's about a 50 some odd person group that comes in, and they play traditional big band type stuff. They're great. And that one, they can't quite get it there by 6:30. So that one runs from 7 to 9. So that's a Thursday. That's one Thursday a month.
Okay.
And then one of the things that really rings everybody's bell is Prescott Sings.
Oh my gosh, yes, please. You know they've all sitting on the edge of their seats going, tell us about Prescott Sings. So please, Kendall, tell us about Prescott Sings. It's all I hear about all day long.
Yeah, well, you do. And well, you certainly hear about it on the radio stations. I mean, they've been really good about promoting it. But Prescott Sings, there's some history for it. It goes back more than 25 years. I don't know exactly when it started. I do know the name of the guy that started. Said one day he said, we ought to have some music on the square. His name was Claire Willie, and he was a local musician. And it's evolved into, it's just gotten bigger and bigger. And then after the concert series got to a certain size, the city was looking at something, the special events person was looking for something to kind of renew, pep things up a little bit or change things up, and she came up with the idea of doing this karaoke competition. And that's basically what it is. It's a karaoke competition. I think the age limits are somewhere between, 5 and 90. I mean, you hear it all.
Yeah.
And you hear people who are, you wonder why they aren't somewhere performing, in a big hall, to people who can't remember the words.
Very good.
But they're almost all local, and it's just a hoot. And then each night, at the end of the performance or during the performance, you can vote for who you think did the best job. And then at the end of the season, we use the Yavapai College Performing Arts Center, and we pretty much fill that place up. And they have the winners from the vote getting, and they compete for the for a final, for the championship.
That's impressive.
Yeah, but we have a guy that does karaoke for us, and
nice.
He runs the machine and takes care of everything, and
it's huge. It's a huge event. It really is. It's a big deal.
We'll draw anywhere from, depending on the weather. If we've got good weather, we'll draw 1,000 people. Wow. And that's a lot in that little. And it's cool. You bring your lawn chairs, and you sit out and watch. I mean, it's usually it's in the shade.
Yeah.
That's a nice time of day to be outside in Prescott. It's real hometowny. We do get a fair number of visitors. The people who are in the hotels around it just love it.
Oh yeah.
They're all down there.
My gosh. If we go to PrescottDowntown.com, information on Prescott Sings there.
Actually, the best place is PrescottConcertSeries.com. It has its own website now.
Okay.
It grew
so much it has its own website.
Yep.
PrescottConcertSeries.com. Check it out. Kendall, thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing all that information with us.
Oh, you're welcome,
Keep
and
up
I
the good
appreciate
work.
you having us.
Of course.
Yep.
We'll be right back with more of The Experience, so don't go away.
Show your customers how much they matter to you. Follow up with a real card in just 60 seconds with Send Out Cards. Send Out Cards makes it easy for busy professionals to leave a memorable impression. Stay in touch with a simple one-step process from your phone or computer to their mailbox. Call Judy today at 928-202-2557. That's 928-202-2557.
Award-winning Soundbites Grill is an entertainment restaurant located in Uptown Sedona at the Hyatt Pinion Point Resort. Open for lunch and dinner, featuring fresh fish, all-natural hand-cut beef, even a full vegan menu. Family-friendly, open 11:30 to 9, late dining on Friday and Saturday. Soundbites Grill has some of the best views of the Sedona Red Rocks. Offers world-class entertainment, food, fun, and music.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We're now sitting here at the home of Pets Return Home. We're sitting here with Mark Happy, who's the executive director and the chief behaviorist.
That's me.
Here at Pets Return Home. Cool. Now, please tell us, we're surrounded by all these gorgeous dogs, but there's a lot of dogs here.
There are.
Right now, there seems to be just puppies everywhere and dogs everywhere, and everybody looks great, and they're all very happy dogs, and of course you have treats, so you're the center of everybody's attention. But tell us, what is Pets Return Home, and why is it different? Because it's different here.
It is very different. What we do here is we take dogs that have no chance. They may be sitting at the shelter on what they call an E-list, which is a kill list, or they might be sitting in a foster home through a rescue, and they have no chance because they're not adoptable, and the rescues don't have the resources to train them to become better dogs.
Right.
And so what we do, we are a rehabilitation facility, and we'll bring these dogs in, we'll work with them. Can you get off for a minute? Thank you. And we'll work with them to change their behavior into adoptable companion animals, companion dogs. And so many of these dogs right here, this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, were on the kill list at shelters.
Sure.
And so we
you are a lover.
we work with them. If they have any medical issues, we work with those as well. And you will notice we have 18 puppies on the property right now.
18.
And the reason we have 18 is we rescue mothers that are also on the kill list. And what they do is they'll take the puppies away from the mother, kill the mother, and give the puppies to a rescue who is not prepared most of the time to raise the puppies properly. And if they don't have their mother not raised properly anyway, and they'll end up at a place like this or worse. And so we take the aggressive mothers, we rehabilitate them, find them homes, and we raise the puppies and socialize them with all of these guys here,
Right.
so that they can teach them how to have good manners and be good with other dogs.
Right.
And no other rescue I know does things like that. And we use our 4 acres here
you
to.
missed.
He's learning how to
This
jump.
is the agility course
Yes,
we're sitting
this is the
in.
agility. He's learning.
That dog hasn't passed yet. There you go.
That
You're
would be
getting
Apollo.
You're getting it. And that seems to be part of it. So we're in the agility course because a lot of what you're teaching these dogs is to respond to their human and to respond to other dogs. And in an appropriate manner, and agility is a great way to train that. You've got this great course here, and you have on the property, you have your maternity ward where you keep, the mothers, and then you have special wards for the ones that maybe need some veterinary care, and then there's special wards for special behaviors. I mean, you've got it all mapped out here, planned out, and built really well. How are you doing this? Where are you getting your funding?
Well, most of in the beginning, the co-founder, Kelly Hughes, and myself, we put in about $15,000 to get this place started. And then we rely mostly on donations. Probably 85% of our money comes from donations.
Wow.
And another 15% comes from services that we offer to rescues to take care of dogs like Apollo here. So Apollo really doesn't have a behavior issue, but he has valley fever, and so we're helping him get through that.
Sure.
And he can use a little bit of manners training as well, but he's a good dog overall. And we'll take in other dogs, like Nala came to us as a dog who needed behavior work, and so we worked with her, and she's a very good dog. And before her there were 650 other dogs that we have saved from the kill list and rehabilitated and found them long-term loving family homes.
Wow, that's amazing. You got to figure, at least I figure, who's chewing on my shoe? There's a puppy attached to my toe. You got to figure that every dog here wouldn't be on the planet anymore if it wasn't for you.
No, they'd be dead.
They'd be dead. And 650 success stories already. And then offhand, do you know how many dogs you have here?
We have 18 puppies and 40 adult dogs.
40 adult
so 58
dogs.
Total.
58 more lives.
Right,
That you were
58.
saving.
Yeah.
With the help of donations and your supreme craftiness of figuring out how to make all this happen.
Right.
When did this start? How long have you been going?
Out here at this place since 2014. For the last 5 years I've been
5
out here.
years. Okay. That's great. That's a huge amount of lives saved in a short period of time.
Right.
That's what made you start thinking this is the thing to do here?
Well, back in the early 80s, a neighbor of mine used to go to dog fighting.
Oh dear.
And he would come back and, and brag about it, and I really wasn't interested. I had 2 dogs of my own. But he told me that they would kill the red-lined the dogs that wouldn't fight anymore, they would kill them.
Oh.
Paulo, you're here for manners training. He's here for manners training, okay?
He's not graduated
no,
yet.
he has not graduated. Agility, he stinks at. Here, let's go. Down you go. Yay! So he told me about that, and what they would do is they would kill the dogs that wouldn't fight anymore, or the bait dogs that just wouldn't run.
Right.
And so I said, well, that's unacceptable. You need to bring them to me.
Yeah.
So he started doing that. And I started working with these dogs and changing their behavior. And these dogs, I think the first year I started, there were about 13. And I think for the first 5 years, I saved over 36 lives of dogs that would have been killed simply because they wouldn't, entertained by fighting.
Right, gosh.
And so that's how I got to start. I just kind of, just had that knack. I did go to college. I got a degree in electrical engineering, a degree in physics, a master's in electrical engineering. I climbed that corporate ladder, didn't get very far because, I was always focused on the dogs.
Yeah.
Every year, I would rescue anywhere from 2 to 15 dogs a year while still working full time.
That's amazing.
And
so
when I moved out here to Arizona, found this property, I said, this is it. This is where I'm retiring, and this is where I'm going to save lives.
I can see that. Well, you're doing a great job. This is obviously your calling. So if people want to get involved, they can volunteer. If they want to volunteer, they get in touch with you by going to volunteer@petsreturnhome.org.
They can do that, yep. And they can also go to our website, which is
petsreturnhome.org.
Yep, www.petsreturnhome.org, and we've got volunteer applications up there.
Yeah.
And
Do you have a list of what you need?
Wish list. We do have wish lists up on our website, and we're always in need of volunteers. We're always in need of lots of cleaning supplies mostly. Sure. And we're always in need of donations, because without the donations, these guys would not be here. They're best friends.
Right. But there's cookies
These guys
involved.
would not be here. No, they're just horsing around.
Oh, sure. I hear you.
And then
Okay,
look,
petsreturnhome.org.
We've got someone stuck in the tunnel.
Trapped in the tube.
Trapped in the tunnel.
We'll be right back with more of the Verde Valley Experience, so don't go away.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
I alone am the only one who knows how much I love you. And I alone am the only one who feels my pain as your affection wanes and the tears roll down my face like rain. I laid my life and all my love upon your table. You took the very best of it all as you were able. Now I alone am the only one who knows how much I love you. Someday I'll shake this off and get over you. Someday I'll shake off all these tears like rain. My heart is patient, my love is silent, my hope is built upon the thought of your return. But I alone am the only one who knows how much I love you. Someday I'll shake this off and get over you. Someday I'll shake off all these tears like rain. Like rain.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Marie Jarreau, everyone. Thank you for being on the show, Marie.
Thank you. This is exciting, Jen, to be
Oh,
here.
that was an exciting song. I liked that.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and of course you wrote that. That's an original.
I did. That's an original. Yeah.
Wow, when did you write that one?
It's been a few years ago. I've got a long list of tunes, and many of them sitting in my notebook, waiting for their birth. And this was one of those I'd had for a while and finally put it together a few years ago. Most of my songs come from, try to bring them from my own life experiences. This one also was kind of touched on by the Arizona monsoon. It's called Like Rain.
Very nice. I like the passion behind it. And I love the way you play. You really put yourself into it, which is nice. It's not like, okay, I'm doing it. It's coming from you, which is great. Who were some of your influences?
Oh, Joan Baez for sure.
Yeah.
The Beatles. Louis Armstrong, Billie Holiday.
Absolutely.
I grew up in New Orleans, so I had
nice.
lots of music influence as a kid growing up.
Yeah.
There was music everywhere.
Always, yeah, New Orleans, it's never silent. There's always music.
Yeah.
What a wonderful place to grow up.
It was, indeed.
Yeah, for sure. And it's definitely, you've blossomed into this amazing musician. We're so fortunate to have you in the Verde Valley. What have you been up to? What have you been playing? What have you been doing?
Well, you know, the Verde Valley is rich with music venues and so many talented musicians to kind of learn from. And I'm just honored to be among those who we play all over the place. A lot of open mics, tons of areas, tons of places for folks to go and sit and enjoy music, and usually doesn't even cost you anything because we just love playing music for people. So we love sharing the music.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
I know you do the open mics at Vino de Sedona.
Yeah. Yeah. There's it's every Thursday evening. I believe they start at 6 o'clock, somewhere around there. And I'm not there every night. I hold down a full-time job Monday through Friday.
Right.
So, and I'd been away for a while, but I've recently been encouraged by another young performer, musician, and he's kind of encouraged me to come out, and so I've done that once before, and I'm going to go over there tonight, and we're playing the following Thursday as well.
Oh, great. Who can we thank for that? Who's this young secret musician?
His name is Eric Christian.
Eric Christian.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to hook us up.
Great guy.
Eric, get on the show.
Eric's great, and he is a frequent visitor to that open mic, and has got a lot of talents. He's a fantastic songwriter and musician. Have to also, though, give a big thank you to a music mentor of mine. Since coming to Arizona, I've really jumped deep into the music thanks to a next-door neighbor that I ended up with, a fellow by the name of Chris Baldwin out of Winnipeg, Canada. And he's really kind of pushed and encouraged me to really do music. He heard stuff in my voice that I had no idea was there. So it's
I hear wonderful things in your voice. And your songwriting is so cool. We're going to hear another song in a little bit, Dungy. Hang on. But I just love the imagery that you create. I love what you do with your voice. It's so rich because there's a lot of things going on, and your pitch and your tone is so wonderful, and you can really bring it from like down below, which is so awesome. Again, Louis Armstrong, he's coming out there, and then I see it, and it's just wonderful because it's unusual. It's not, how you perform is not something we see in 5 other people in the Verde Valley as well. You are the only you, Marie,
well, thank
who
you.
performs like you do.
And I think that's kind of what we go for as musicians. Our music is a reflection of who we are. And it does come from the soul, from the heart, to really get it out there. There are things that all of us experience in life. Many of us experience the same kinds of things. So in essence, we're kind of sharing that with many folks in the audience, depending on the song. I'm a storyteller from way back. I've worked as a journalist and writer for many years. And so this is kind of an extension of writing stories, is being able to do that with music behind it.
That's true. But then having life experiences to then write into song. I mean, if you've sat at home your whole life, you wouldn't be able to write such delicious and vivid songs, but
really
you are an adventurous lady.
Oh, yeah. I've had that insatiable curiosity since I was a kid. Yeah.
Which is awesome. Name some of the things that you did, part of that insatiable curiosity that brings forward into your songwriting now.
Grew up with National Geographic was my constant companion, and that fueled that curiosity. As soon as I got away from home, I joined the military, and they made me an air traffic controller, which at the time I had no idea what that was, but I absolutely adored it. Did that for a number of years, and then later worked as a journalist. I worked as a disc jockey for a while at a country radio station in Texas. Spent some time working on a deep sea trawler. We fished off the Yucatan Peninsula.
Wow.
And I worked as assistant navigator on the boat. That was exciting. I've got a fantastic seashell collection out of that adventure.
I bet.
Yeah. Raised 2 wonderful daughters. Spent some time as a mom and housewife, and those things don't always continue. But my children are wonderful. That's great. And lots of other things. I can't even think of them all for the moment. Spent some time learning to fly. Cessna. Yeah.
You are an adventurous lady.
Just love the challenge. I always love the challenge.
I love it.
And right now, I had retired when I moved to Arizona. My wonderful son-in-law, Jonathan Nash, put me to work. Put me into a job with the Forest Service, and really, really loving that.
Nice. Right, well, that's great. Where can we find your music if we go online?
Online, if you go to broadjam.com, it's an international music sharing entity, and put in my name, Marie Jarreau. You'll come up with a bunch of my songs, my music, and I have more that I'll be uploading at some point.
Great.
There's also an international online podcast called Women of Substance. And if you Google womenofsubstance.com, again, some of my work is on that podcast.
That's wonderful.
And also copperdogmusic.com is a studio out of Winnipeg, Canada. Belongs to that mentor of mine, Chris Baldwin.
Okay.
So we've done
We've
done several CDs together, and
nice.
got another one waiting in the wings.
Nice. Great. Will you play some of that for us at the open Mike nights, perhaps, at Vino di Sedona? On Thursdays, check it out, Vino di Sedona. The next song you're going to play, what's it called?
It's called Return from the Sea.
Oh, I love it.
Stems from my own experience being on the sea and having an understanding of what that felt like. My experience was in the Gulf of Mexico off the Yucatan Peninsula, but I've always had a fascination for the tall sailing ships off the New England coast and the Grand Banks and that kind of thing. So this song is actually 2 songs in one. It's his perspective as he's going out to sea, and he's in a hurry to get back home to his sweetheart, and she is waiting at home for him. And the picture in my mind, she's standing on that widow's walk, and she's seeing her garden of flowers out before her, and the garden of flowers leads out to the sea where the water is roiling, but she knows he's out there, and she knows he's coming back to her. So she and her garden of flowers are waiting for him to return from the sea.
Oh, That's moving me already. I can't wait to hear it. Thank you all so much for joining us, as always, on the Verde Valley Experience. You can check us out on verdevalleytv.com. You can check us out at myradioplace.com, on our YouTube page. Check us out on Facebook, all kinds of stuff. And of course, check out Marie Jarreau. She's amazing. Check her out at the Open Mic Nights. Thank you so much. We'll see you again next time.
Daffodils layer the landscape, primroses peek from the fence posts, as we patiently wait for my love to return from the sea. Hurry now, boys, bring the nets in. The catch hole is filled to the brim. Pack up those pails, let pillow the sails. It's time to ride homeward the wind. Daffodils layer the landscape, primroses peek from the fence posts, as we patiently wait for my love to return from the sea. Stack up the dories and let fly Old Glory. Just home now that I wanna be. Fishing was fine, we'll have money this time, and my love is waiting for me. Daffodils layer the landscape, primroses peek from the fence posts, as we patiently wait for my love to return from the sea. Hurry now, boys, sail to westward. The following seas push us forth. Batten down the hatches and tack down the latches before the winds cross from the north. Shadows on the horizon and white caps are rising. We now may return from the sea. Daffodils layer the landscape, primroses peek from the fence posts, as we patiently wait for my love to return from the sea. Return from the sea. Return from the sea.